Decision made at the stroke of midnight could make changes to everyday life, starting with how we shop and what we can buy. The owner and store director of Midtown Fresh says construction has been their biggest battle lately.
It's been a struggle, and it's mentally on my employees and mentally on me, and not just mentally, financially. We barely survived.
Now there's a new problem in stock for Paul Petros.
It's pretty scary. It's something that we haven't really seen before.
Tuesday morning, the East Coast and Gulf Coast ports went on strike.
Unfortunately, situations like this, people like to jack their prices up.
To be fair to his customers, Petros started buying extra main essentials for his store.
I am preparing for the worst, so I want to make sure I have good pricing and I can go as long as I can.
Petros says people should start buying essential items, canned goods, and non-perishable items now. If you have a big freezer to store your meat, do it.
All this will go up, but we promise to give all our customers the best price possible because my community is very important and it's a struggling community.
The International Longshoresmen Association, ILA, is demanding higher wages, no automation or semi-automation, and union retaining all container royalty funds for members.
When a port goes on strike, you disrupt the flow of replenishment into supply chains.
Today's supply chains are so closely coordinated, it won't take long before the disruption reaches people and retail stores all over, according to a WMU supply chain management professor.
The effects of that will be felt very quickly, within less than a week, I would say, or a week at, or so at the most.
Depending on how long the strike goes, there's no telling when things will recover.
When the West Coast ports went on strike a couple of years ago, several years ago, they were on strike for 11 days. It took months after the strike was resolved. It took months before the supply chains recovered.
Bruce Farron doesn't see it being as severe as when everything was shut down during the pandemic.
Even if the East Coast, Gulf Coast ports stayed shut down for a long time, we'd still have 50% of import trade coming into the country.
His advice:
if you want to do Christmas shopping, you should probably be doing that now, before the supply disruption ripples down to the retail level.
Now, many folks don't like to rush the holidays, but this might actually be the time to do it. Petros says depending on how long this lasts, folks should start preparing to change their eating habits because there are certain things that may not be available pretty soon. Reporting in Kalamazoo, Yasmin Ludi, Fox 17 News.